Hey, good evening. How's everybody doing? I have a little bit more of the story about fat loss and why we struggle. So, we've talked a little bit about insulin, and if you missed the videos, go back a few days and re-listen to the insulin video, which is basically a fat storing hormone as well as controlling your blood sugar. And it also gets clogged up in our body with our societal life, the way we live our life. And when it gets clogged up, it doesn't work well. Leptin is another hormone that controls our fat, and that is actually the fat storing hormone. So leptin is a hormone that's released from our fat stores. Okay, so they actually have a communication system. And when your fat stores are great, your this hormone tells your brain, a part of in your brain called the hypothalamus, that everything's cool. You don't have to eat that much. You can go and do whatever you want. Your metabolism can be just go moving, chugging along. Okay. When the fat stores go down, your leptin levels go down, and the brain picks up that it's circulating lower levels, and it goes, "What's going on? We gotta stop things because the metabolism has to go down." So it tells the thyroid to like slow things down, and it also tells your appetite to increase because we aren't getting enough food. Okay, so that your what we call the ghrelin hormone is increased, and that increases your appetite. I've been told I have a very high ghrelin because I have a very good appetite, and I was told that by a medical intuitive. There's also another appetite a hormone that's called neuropeptide Y, and that actually helps you crave carbs so that when your fat stores are going down, that one also gets increased and released. So we have a great system for if the fat, our life source, our starvation bank account starts to dwindle. We have a whole feedback system for that. So when you think about it, if you lose weight and you bring those fat stores down by cutting calories and pushing your body, you're actually, working against this whole system, which is why it's very challenging. Guess what? Fat stores start to go down, appetite goes up, diet is lost on day 1 or day 5 or day 10. Okay, that's why willpower doesn't work. So we have that system set up so that when we are restricting ourselves, we actually trigger an increase in appetite. Okay, and we trigger a decrease in metabolism. But there is a way to lose the fat, but you have to understand the hormonal system. Okay, so now what gets screwed up? Why are there so many obese people walking around? Because the hormones are all screwed up. They're off kilter. Okay, most overweight people are diabetic or pre-diabetic, insulin resistant, and anyone that has excess fat stores, also really has a leptin resistance. Okay, because the body is not communicating. So just in the way that the insulin becomes resistant, leptin can start to not be read by the brain. So the hypothalamus becomes dulled to the leptin levels. Okay. And like I said, for the same reasons that it happens in insulin resistance. It's basically the way that we live our very developed world with a lot of caffeine, a lot of stress, a lot of alcohol, all these things like really clog up the body and make them not work pristine like they're designed to. Okay. So that's why, the obese people just keep getting more and more obese. The body's doesn't have a feedback system. It's cut. There's a big old blocked door on the hypothalamus, and it's not even reading what the fat stores are, okay? Because it's so resistant, as well as insulin resistance is also happening. So the fat storage hormone is screwed up, and the fat depleting hormone is also screwed up. So in addition, when the body is really in stress and there's loss of fat, our cortisol levels are also get pumped up too, and that's also a fat storing hormone and a muscle wasting hormone. So in cortisol, increased cortisol levels really is that flight or fight hormone that we work with. So this is why the fat usually comes back after that's why we have set points. People talk about set points. This should make you understand the set point. Should make you also understand why you starve and why you fail with most diets, and it should help you understand why you plateau. Okay, because all those things, like why does that happen to everybody? It's because it's the way the body works. Okay, so enough for today. Just know that leptin is your fat controlling hormone. It's actually released from the fat, red in the brain, and when it's doing fine and there's plenty of fat going on, the metabolism's good, the appetite's good. When it's low, the body goes, hey, we better get smart, slow everything down, and push the appetite up so you can go out and find some food. Okay. But all that gets broken when there's resistance. The brain doesn't read the levels, and the appetite is just high, and it just keeps pumping in, and everything is just goes awry. But that's the setup for why weight loss is so difficult. Okay, so it's really good to feed the body. Feeding the body for the amount of exercise that we're doing is really what we're trying to do. Okay, so stay on with making the menu out day by day, filling all the containers, not overdoing it and not underdoing it, but feeding the body the way the body needs to be fed to do what you need to do. Okay, we are making muscle. Muscle burns fat. Okay, so have a great day. Can't wait to get up, work out in the morning, because it just makes me so happy. What does it do for you?